Hello, everybody. It's been a hot minute. I think it's been, oh gosh, excuse me, like a year and a couple months. It's been a long time. Um, I am gonna try to come back. I know 2026 for me is supposed to be like astrologically like a massive year. So I figured I'd get a jump on things. I'm on my iPad, so hopefully I can continue to look at the camera and not look over here. So, anyway, hey, how are you? I hope everybody's doing well. Again, I am V. If you've never been to my channel before, hello. I'm just some rando on the internet that just talks about her day. Um, yeah, especially in the witchy space, because I'm, doing my thing. Um, what has been going on with me? Well, it's been a long year. That is for sure. Um, just to give you a nutshell, I know my last video I mentioned a little bit. My mom got sick October of 24, and she's fine. She's fine. She's healed, but she ended up having to go to the hospital, and she had one thing after another. And from October 26th of last year until May of this past year, she was in hospitals and rehabs for the entire time, never came home. So I had to do the daughter thing and take care of the house, take care of the cat, make sure she had the things that she needed, visit her, be the emotional support daughter, all the things that a good daughter should do. That's what I did. And in the midst of all of this stuff, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I've been in burnout for a while, and I have been struggling. Well, this kind of, it was kind of bittersweet because it stopped my life and allowed me the opportunity to rest a little bit, but at the same time, it threw me into a whirlwind that I really couldn't control much. So it was like good on one end and then not so good on another. And so I had to, I guess, fight through it. I think the reason why some of it was helpful is because my life stopped. And even though I had all these responsibilities, my life stopped. So I did nothing except for take care of the house, take care of the cat. I basically went into a cocoon, lived by myself for a year. Basically only saw my husband once a week. And I think, it was good because my brain was able to stop. And that was helpful. But at the same time, again, like I said, bittersweet, massive bittersweet. All last winter, I had one problem after another. Once my mother went into the hospital, I had to, try to get her situated so she had some comforts of home, and I couldn't find things, and I was having meltdowns. My husband had to talk me out of it. I had a meltdown almost in the middle of Kohl's. One in the Walmart parking lot because I locked my keys in my car because I wasn't thinking straight. And that cost $300. It was just one thing after another. And then once all that started, I got her situated. She's in the hospital. We ended up having frozen pipes in our house. Then we had a gas leak. I didn't have a stove for a few months. It was just one thing after another. So I had to do all these things in my brain. Oh my gosh, my brain. Now my health went because of the stress. So the anxiety and the stress caused me to gain weight. I was having heart problems. My blood pressure was through the roof. anxiety problems, meltdowns, you name it. It was just a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. But again, I was able to shut my brain off at times. And so I was able to kind of retreat into myself, which was helpful. I was able to get out of my house because my house had turned into a representation of my brain. Just stuff everywhere. I can't, you know, organize things the way I used to. I lost my executive function, all of that stuff. And I've just started coming back home. I still live with my mom's part-time. I take her to doctors because she needs eye surgery, so she can't drive right now. Oh look, I have a cat. I have a cat. Come here. I have a cat. This is my Abby, and I didn't get to see her for months and months and months and months. And that was not fun. That was not fun, was it? Anyway, you know, being in my mom's house without all of my stuff around and without my clutter, her house was not looking like the inside of my brain. So it allowed me space, which was helpful. But it was a long year. Like I said, she didn't get out of the hospital or rehabs until May of 25. And this is the longest I've been home since then. I came home on, is it Monday? Monday or Sunday. And I don't go back until Thursday. But then I'm going to be there all weekend. So I'm basically part-time here, which is fine. My mom is getting frustrated because she wants her house back. Because I come with a lot of stuff. Even though I was able to maintain more organization and stuff like that at her house, I didn't have all of the other things. I was living very simply. So it was really helpful. But anyway, that's a nutshell. She's okay. She's healing. We still got a couple more. You want to go? Say goodbye to the people. Say goodbye to the people. But I'm on the floor if you haven't seen. But yeah, she's okay. We still have doctor's appointments, but she's almost done. She's ended up having 2 surgeries over the years. It was a lot. It was a lot. So I just stopped everything. So that's kind of where I've been. I've been trying to catch up on a lot of you guys' videos. It's been a little bit difficult because one of the things, and this is going to sound really weird, but I promise you, it's the honest to God truth. The one thing that has been helpful for me, and some of you who I'm friends with on Facebook kind of probably see my posts, but I ended up getting, after the election, I ended up getting very political. Not so much in the angry, I gotta argue with everybody way. That's not me. That'll never be me because I don't like to argue. But because I have a pretty good BS meter, every time I would see lies, I would have to counteract that lie and post the truth. And so what turned out to be, at first I was angry. At first I was like, I'm done. You know, I barely talk to a lot of people because it's just not worth it, because I'm not going to argue. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I'm just here to spread the truth. And so I basically stepped into the truth seeker, grid weaver position, which I always felt that I was leaning towards. Like that was where my journey was taking me. And so truth seeker, grid weaver. So you find the truth, and then you know, I build the correct story and help people clear their lenses and be able to see the truth of what's actually going on. And I did this because, you know, for, oh gosh, since pandemic, I have, one of my special interests has been civics, law, and government. And I watch a lot. And it has helped me to maintain stability within myself. And I know that sounds really weird because a lot of people are like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't listen to his voice. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know, I'm done. I just have to turn off social media. I have to turn off news. They have to, and I get that. I totally get that. We all have to do what we have to do to maintain our sanity. And it just turned out that my sanity was education. And that's what I did. That was the job I gave myself. And so while I was sitting there not doing anything of my, you know, work or anything, I didn't, the only thing I was doing was my radio show. And even that, I had to take 2 months off and do archival shows. Just because I couldn't, you know, once my mom got home from the hospital, I couldn't, or rehab, I couldn't record at her house, but she was just fresh out of rehab. I couldn't leave her, so I couldn't be going back and forth. So it took me a little while because my studio is in this house, not my mom's. Now, when my mom wasn't at her house and she was in rehab, I could set up in her office, and so I was able to do that. But outside of that, I did nothing. And so I spent my time learning. I learned about law. I learned about civics. I learned about how government works even more. Because I was learning over since pandemic. That was just my special interest. But once the election happened, it was like, that was it. I'm done. I have to start telling people what the truth is, and I'm not going to tolerate any crap. I'm not going to tolerate lies. I'm not going to tolerate the BS. I'm not going to tolerate this, and I'm going to spread the truth. And so that role that I gave myself back in November, I have continued to this day, and it has done a whole lot for my psyche, because I'm one of those people that works better when I have responsibility. And I think that's also why taking care of my mom's house and her cat was not overly stressful, because I felt responsible. Like I had that caretaker, and she was in hospitals and rehab. So basically, outside of taking care of the house and having gas leaks and frozen pipes and all that stuff, which overwhelmed me at times, it was just me in the house, me and the cat. And it allowed me to do what I needed to do to kind of reset myself. I'm still not there, way far. Now that I'm back in this crazy house that looks like the inside of my brain, I'm fighting it again. But hopefully that will be, I'll be able to manage that eventually. But yeah, so that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. And everything got put on hold. And now 2026 is supposed to be a massive year. Every time I pull cards for myself about messages. I keep getting the Tower. I am in my Tower era. Shit's changing. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm a little nervous about it. But I keep watching a lot of the year 2026 astrology frameworks for Virgo. I'm gonna check the Scorpio and the Gemini, because my big three is Virgo Sun, Gemini Moon, and Scorpio Rising. So I'm gonna see how they all fit together. But according to multiple sources, Virgos, it's a career year for us. And I had been starting a project, and I'm getting the massive, very obvious hint that my project has got to go forward now. And January, I got to kick it up several notches. So we'll see how that pans out. We'll go with where we go. But yeah, I've missed everybody. I'm gonna come back and do a couple of the tags that I've seen. I know I'm gonna do the Chrome Within. I've already done that, so I'll probably record that right after this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to make this video too long. So I'll record the Chrome Within tag after this. Very interesting cards I got. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And then I want to try the Elemental Foundations. But I gotta look at that, and I gotta kind of ponder some of the things. I may do that all in one video, so that'll be a longer video. But hopefully I can get it, speed it up a little bit. But yeah, so that's where I've been, and I'm kind of back. I think, or I want to be. So we'll see what happens. So I either maybe here on my living room floor, or I will be doing it from my mom's house, or whatever. I have no idea. Or I'll eventually clean a spot in my house and set up a place where I can just sit down. I don't know. But anyway, that is an update of where I've been. So I missed y'all, and I hope to catch up on a lot of you and see what's been going on in your lives. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. I'll be wearing the same clothes, so because I'm gonna record it now. But anyway, have a great night, and as always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, walk in love and light, and of course music, because I am the rock and roll mystic. So I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, Happy Yule, Blessed Solstice, all the good things. And I will see you guys soon.